Victoria called, trying to mend our relationship. Kelsey also reached out, hinting that we could still get married, that she wouldn't force me to join her family. I scoffed at their attempts. The Hayes family knew I was connected to Julian Croft and had been keeping tabs on me. My success made them nervous. A year later, I returned to Chicago with an army plan. It was time to pay for Lily's life with the blood of his family. Caleb was the most terrifying. All his past actions had become a death sentence hanging over his head. He was too scared to see me, hiding at home like a coward. Finally, Arthur and Helen asked me. They booked a private room at the city's best restaurant, inviting me under the pretense of a welcome home visit. This time I accepted. When we met, Arthur's face was pleased with an unfamiliar friendly smile. Helen clasped my hand, asking me how I did. Victoria was with me, her expression a mixture of emotions. My usually passive and older sister was suddenly talkative. Caleb and Chloe feel terrible about what happened. They wanted to apologize in person, but they were afraid you wouldn't forgive them. Ethan, listen to me. We're family. We shouldn't be fighting like this. Arthur quickly agreed, offering me 5% of the company's shares as compensation. Ethan, your father's making a generous offer. Let's just put this unpleasantness behind us. Helen pleaded, her eyes full of motherhood. I looked at the three of them, at their ugly, grotesque faces. I laughed. You want to let go of my hatred? You'll have to ask Lily to change. Victoria frowned. What are you going to do? Hold a seance. Don't be an idiot. I sneezed. I'm going to send her killers so they can kneel, beg for her forgiveness, and then rot in hell for eternity. I held up my hand, showing them the stump of my pinky, a reminder of the battle. Helen gasped, her eyes filling with tears. Arthur's face turned stone. That's enough. You're only powerful because you're riding Julian Croft's coattails. If you know there's a tiger behind you, how do you plan to stop him? I shot back. Before he could answer, I threw a DNA test before him. It proved that Caleb was Arthur's biological son. The revelation was a bombshell. Helen's mind flashed back to Arthur's first love, a woman whose beauty had always made her feel alive. Caleb's features. He looked just like her. Helen snapped, lunging at the man she had been married for decades, screaming and clawing at him. While they were distracted, I opened the door and entered the private room. A crowd of reporters swarmed. Arthur had paid to have the story buried, forcing a settlement. Public outrage exploded. The authorities reopened the investigation. Caleb was taken into custody. Chloe, still in a hospital, was placed under police guard. The Hayes Corporation was bombarded with complaints from the public, fire code violations, and false advertising, unsafe working conditions. Every conceivable issue was reported. Investigators found numerous violations that froze the company's assets. With no money to pay its workers, the production lines ground to a halt and employees started to riot. The Hayes family was on the verge of collapse. But Arthur had bigger problems. Helen had kicked him out and was filing a divorce. Still, his main concern was Caleb. He had to protect his son, the child of his first love. He came to me again, offering to sign over all his shares if I would help get Caleb out of jail. He's still your brother. If you want to blame someone, blame me. I was unfair to him. His eyes were full of desperate hope. But it was too late for apologies. Your company is about to go bankrupt. What am I supposed to do with it? Display its corpse? I paused and smiled. You always say blood is thicker than water. Let's test that piece. A sense of dread washed over Arthur's face. Arthur, what do you mean? I nodded to one of my bodyguards. He opened the door, and a large, drunk man stumbled in. He claimed Arthur's first love was his wife, and that their illegitimate son was a source of great shame. I'm going to teach you a lesson. The man slurred, pulling a hammer from his belt and bringing it down on Arthur's leg. I glanced at the broken bone. It was a clean, complete break. Arthur was furious, vowing to press charges. He was convinced I'd set the whole thing up, but it turned out the man was telling the truth. He had been married to Arthur's first love for 12 years and had 2 children. She intervened, begging Arthur to sign a statement, saying it was a mutual fight. The old fool agreed, and ended up paying his own medical bills. Arthur was suffering, but Chloe's life was about to be much worse. My attack had nearly destroyed her face. but she had spent the last 6 months undergoing reconstructive surgery. Her head was wrapped in bandages, only her anxious eyes lit. With Caleb arrested and her own future uncertain, she was starting to panic. That little bitch. All we did was say a few words, and she dropped dead. What a jinx. And Caleb, trash. As she muttered her curses, her eyelids grew heavy. She drifted off to sleep. When she woke up, she was in an abandoned warehouse. The unfamiliar surroundings shocked her back into full consciousness. She looked up and saw me standing in front of her, a chilling smile on my face. Ethan, what do you want? I'm warning you, don't do anything stupid, she screamed, scrambling her feet. But it was locked, and in the distance, she could see 4 or 5 large, menacing looking. She froze, on the verge of complete rage. My voice cut through the silence. Caleb targeted me for his own gain. I can almost understand it, but you and I are brother and sister. Why would you side with him or hurt me? You're not just stupid, you're evil. I unwrapped the bandages from her face. The crisscrossing scars and uneven skin were hideous. This ugly creature had destroyed the only good thing in me. The irony was sickening. All I was trying to do was get her to help you. Why did you have to hurt her? You weren't even worthy of being insane. How dare you insult her to her face? I punched her right on the bridge of her face. The bone shattered, and her face collapsed. Chloe screamed. Brother, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. She groveled on the floor, clinging to my leg, begging for mercy. I stared at her surgically reconstructed face. Ugly, pathetic wound. Blood filled her mouth, and she tried to explain. He was Victoria's idea. To stop her treatment. I just went with Caleb to see her. I didn't know it would be so bad. Caleb said he wanted to get back to her. Dad supported him. Victoria knew Kelsey wanted to put me in place, so she went along with it. It was all just a series of coincidences. No one wanted it to end like this. She spilled everything, the full extent of the Hayes family's so-called